Friday morning, October, I think it's the 23rd. Fairly certain it's the 23rd. And we had a warm day yesterday. It was up in the 80s. It was crazy good. We had several cool days. It was rainy, cool, highs in the mid 50s, and then it warmed up. Yesterday was like 85, which was not cool. And then today it's dropped again, and it's actually lightning. I'm running a little bit late because I thought it was raining earlier and I wasn't going to go out in the rain and get wet first thing this morning. It's hard to record in the rain. I don't get all my stuff soaked, and it's supposed to stop and be, so this afternoon was going to be what my really good sit was planning on being. So anyways, this morning I'm going to a spot that just consistently holds deer. It's a public land spot. Most of these places I have to whitetail hunt are public land. So far this year, that's everything that I'm going to go to or will be on is going to be public land. I don't have any private places. Last year I had one, and this year I don't have any. So this place here just consistently holds deer. I have good feelings about today. I'm kind of afraid that as soon as I get out here, it's going to just dump rain and ruin this morning's hunt. But that's the risk I'm taking at the moment. So far the rain's held off. It's supposed to be raining already, and it's not, but it did start to lightning. Stick with us, stay tuned. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down there at the bottom. Really appreciate that. Leave comments, ask questions. Tell me how terrible I'm doing. Tell me what you do like. Your feedback, so I kind of know what you guys want to see. That's gonna be great. That's huge. So make sure you leave comments and ask questions. I'll answer them. I'll respond to every comment that's left. We're set up, and we're just waiting for it to get light. So far it's not raining, but it's only a matter of time. So hopefully the deer start moving here pretty quick. It's about shooting light, so I'm gonna get the lights shut off and get ready. Alright, we got a deer coming along. goes around down there where he's at, and then comes down. He's got a bunch of scrapes along this field edge. It makes more sense for him to come our way than to go out down there where he was. Oh, here he comes. He's coming back around this way. He's just feeding out here. What are you doing, big boy? It's like he just knows something's up. This up, he might come right back around. Down underneath us. He's kind of angling this way. He's on the edge of the opening. He's going back in. He's been kind of screwing around, dinking around out here. I don't know what his deal is. I would not be surprised where he went. There's a trail that comes back around, loops back over here. We're kind of on the end of it. It would not surprise me if he cuts over to where that trail is. Comes right back down it. Comes out right here at 20 yards. Or comes right back down this field edge. I can see a scrape here. At like 30 yards. I don't think he knew we were here, but where he went, or where he was trying to go, he kind of went up by the truck. We're not very far from the truck. But it's a pretty safe parking spot usually, because where I've always seen the deer, they can't see the truck. But he had a different plan, and I think he was kind of over there, not where he could see it. And I think that made a difference. He kind of, which I think if he would have stuck to what he was wanting to do, he would have walked out that way and not come close anyways. Super big. But for a public land buck, he's pretty decent. He's tall. Has a little bit of mass. He looks real white in his face, like he's an old deer. There's another deer out here in this opening. It's a doe. No, it's a spike buck. Huh? They gotta have 4 on a side here. He's safe. He's playing the game. Or he read the game book. He's gonna come right to us. Of course, the little bug follows the game plan. He's going right to the scrape. It's like 8:15 or something like that. And I think we're gonna go ahead and tear down, get down. The rain's moving in. And I think it's time to do that. Get out of here. Saw those 2 bucks this morning, so that's exciting. But I gotta get this camera off, get everything packed up, and get back to the truck, because I've got some work I have to do today. And we're gonna hunt again this evening. This rain's supposed to sit in for a couple hours and then quit. So I think this evening's gonna be pretty good. I've got either a spot that I know will hold deer. It's a really good spot. Might actually come back here again, or I've got a whole brand new area that I might go check out. So stay tuned. Back in the truck, timed that absolute perfect because it started raining pretty good as we were walking out. Now it's kind of quit, but I think that's what it's going to be like for most of the day today is kind of rain and in and out, rain until about 1 o'clock, and then it's supposed to quit. So this afternoon, evening's hunt ought to be really, really good, I think. Between the cold front, the barometer's about just over 30, and and the rain today, and then it's gonna stop. I think the deer are gonna move like crazy tonight. We've already been moving pretty good this morning for, these places where I hunt, these public land spots. If I see a deer on a hunt, that's pretty good. Getting shots at them is usually pretty difficult. It's not like a lot of the things you see on some of these TV shows where you see 20, 30, 40 deer in a sit. This is a kind of you see one and that's kind of what you see. If you see more than that, it's a really good day. All right. This is one of my favorite places to hunt, and it's my first time in there this year, though. Looks like this trail's pretty well wore down. Looks like somebody's been in here, so I don't like that, but they don't look like boot tracks, though. People do come out here and ride horses, so. It's a bunch of bottom ground. So what this is a bunch of bottom ground, and the river is to the north and curves around so it runs on the north and the west side. And there's a big bunch of bottom ground swamp down here, and then there's beans to the south. This year it's beans anyways. Big crop fields to the south. So the deer filters through here
from their bedding area. There also happens to be, where their main bedding area also happens to be a no hunting zone. So you can't hunt there, but you can hunt around it. And this makes for a spot that's just fire all the time. I say all the time, it's not all the time, but man, it's a good spot. Time in, time out, so. Just look and see where they're moving at. There's a bunch of these where they're coming from. They're coming from the bedding over here, and they come across. So, there is a bunch of like swampy bottom ground right here. Looks like this trail has been tore up by deer, not by people walking in here. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I am very hopeful to shoot a deer in here tonight. We're up in the tree finally. And I don't know, I guess we'll just see how it goes, see what happens. That's all we can do. We can see where the deer are cutting through. Their bedding area is over here, and the feed is way up over there. So give it a try. That's all we can do. This wind is ridiculous. It's getting to be about prime time. It's starting to get cold too. Expected the deer to move a little bit earlier tonight, but I think this is about a wrap. It's getting dark enough, I'm not going to be able to see with the camera, so I'm going to start packing up. Right after I put the cameras away, this little guy came walking in, and I went ahead and shot him. So he's not very big, but it's meat, and that's what I was out here for.